Time magazine called Movin Out the #1 Broadway show of the year. It is based on 26 rock and roll songs by Billy Joel. It's choreographed and directed by dance legend Twyla Tharp, and holding it all together each night is the Pianonman, the talented young singer who takes the Billy Joel classics and makes them his own. Here in Boston, a young Irishman named Darren Holden shares that demanding role. We recently got the chance to sit down with him and find out how an Irishman got to singing Billy Joel songs in a Broadway show. He says his career is a lot like the Billy Joel song, Keeping the Faith.
Going outside of heaven, I smoke beer in the shed. Oh, gonna listen to my 45s. Anyone above be alive in the rocky road place. Yeah, the memories stay. Yeah, that's why I'm giving the faith. Yeah, keeping the faith.
So, Darren Holden, you do Billy Joel, this American icon so great. I was surprised to find out you're Irish.
I certainly am. I'm from Kilkenny in the south of Ireland. Yeah.
When you came in, I heard you say to somebody, "Tanks." You know, like, yeah, he really is.
Thanks. Yeah, I got to watch that, you know, because when I came over here first, people were like, "What are you saying? Tanks? Where's the H?" You know. So, yeah, I got to watch all that kind of stuff from time to time.
And, well, no, people here, are you kidding? They should advertise this show as that Irish guy and some people dancing. It's big in Boston.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So, now, you started out back in Ireland singing more Irish songs.
Yeah, well, I started out in the late 80s in Ireland. I was doing a sort of a rockabilly trio, like the Stray Cats. And there was a bunch of us kids, and we were just, we dressed in the 50s. We had the creepers and the high hair and everything, and it was a bit of a gimmick. But it certainly lit the fire in me to kind of follow up and do, you know, get more into rock and roll and everything. So I joined various bands in Ireland, released numerous records in Ireland, the UK, and Europe. And eventually I just wanted to come to America and to try my luck over here. So I had a ticket to America with Riverdance. 4 years ago, and I went on to Broadway with that show and toured America, and then eventually made it to Movin Out.
You were the singing guy, not the guy that...
I was the singing guy. I did a little bit of dancing in Broadway, but not too much, you know. I can't dance to save my life, you know.
But you also, before you came over here, you were involved in song composing competitions in places like Kazakhstan?
I went to Kazakhstan twice, no less, and yeah, I've won numerous awards around the world for songwriting, and the Eurovision Song Contest is a big competition in Europe, and a couple of times I entered that competition, came second a couple of times, but on the strength of that, got some attention from different countries that invited me to perform at their national festivals, and which also led to me opening for big names like Belinda Carlisle, Paul Young, Backstreet Boys, things like that, you know.
And now you've just found out you got nominated for...
Yeah, on Tuesday I found out that I'm nominated for New Music Weekly magazine's Best Male Country Vocalist.
I was surprised to hear this country sound. We've got a few seconds of one of your newest compositions. Can we roll that right now?
Summer evening, I was floating in the stream. When the air is full of pollen, things aren't always what they seem.
Now, you do a Southern American accent better than a lot of Hollywood actors that grew up here. How'd you cultivate that?
I don't know. I guess it's just from listening to country music a lot. I do accents a lot, actually. I mean, for this role, for Movin Out, when I first joined, everything was like cool, but they said you got to develop a Long Island accent. So I had to go off and hang with the guys in the band in New York who were from Long Island, just listen to their accents and whatever. Plus, I was assigned the first season of The Sopranos to watch and listen, you know.
Well, so. you do Billy Joel, your own version of it, but you do it smack on. Let's take a look at a clip of you singing "Angry Young Man."
There's always a place for the angry young man with his working class ties and his radical plans. He refuses to bend, he refuses to crawl, and he's always at home with his back to the wall. And he's proud of the scars and the battles he's lost, and he struggles and bleeds as he hangs cheese on his crust, and he likes to be known as an angry young man.
You know, growing up in Ireland, what was it about American music that really grabbed you, that really appealed to you?
I guess it was just the rawness. I mean, I love early rock and roll, and as a kid, my mom and my dad and my aunt in particular, just they influenced me. We always had like Elvis Presley records at home, Buddy Holly, Eddie Cochran, anything 50s, early 60s. And I don't know, I think I just associated all that with America, this whole, the originality of it, and it was always more of an American music thing for me rather than European music or even Irish music. I mean, I like the likes of U2, the Corrs, all of them, but I wouldn't have a passion for it like I do for American music. I love like Bruce Springsteen, John Mellencamp. I just feel like they had the ability to get their feelings across in the music, and you know, there was no holds barred. You know, there was no, oh, I can't write this, I can't write that, I better not say this. It was just take it or leave it. You know, this is us.
Billy Joel, for a lot of folks, I mean, this was a hot ticket here in Boston. You still got a couple more weeks.
We've got 2 more weeks.
Billy Joel is like an American icon. When he came and sang at the show when it opened, do you get to like go and hang out with Billy Joel? You get to go have a couple pops and. Yeah,
we've hung out in New York a couple of times before we got on the road, and that particular night, opening night in Boston, we had a very, very good night actually. That kicked in right after the curtain went down. It was really cool.
What'd you guys do?
Oh, I can't.
Oh, jeez.
No.
You're Irish. You got to tell us.
Contract won't allow me to give out those details, I'm afraid.
You also, when you were on the road with folks like the Backstreet Boys, any good road? It must be interesting to live on the road.
Well, you know, for me, like with the Backstreet Boys, that was their first tour of Europe, and they were on their best behavior. You know, I mean, they had guys looking after every one of them, and, you know, hey, guys, you can't go here. No, stay away from the Irish guy. Bad news, you know. So, you know, it was cool. I got to hang out with them, got to know them.
But you never got to, like, throw a TV out of a hotel window?
Not on that particular tour, no. No, not that one. Any TVs I threw out were the small ones, you know. They wouldn't even make a dent, you know.
So what's next for you? This goes for 2 weeks. You did it on Broadway. You've got this song that's nominated. What are you going to do next?
I guess I'm going to stick on this tour for as long as I can, see what happens at the award show in L.A. in June. I don't know, who knows, I may win. I'd never expected to be nominated with the likes of George Strait, Kenny Chesney, Keith Urban. You know, those are idols of mine. And if I do win, I guess it will create some sort of a buzz regarding my next album and maybe getting onto a major label.
People that are interested in hearing more of your music, tell them where they can go.
Well, they can go to www.darrenholden.com, and all the details are there. And just log on from time to time, and there's always something new going on.
Thanks a lot. And we're going to go out to break here with you singing the anthem of people that thought, if I can make it here, I can make it anywhere. New York State of Mind.
Absolutely.
As performed by Darren Holden. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks, Barry. It's a pleasure.
Let's roll that tape.
Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood. Have a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. I'm just taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line. 'Cause I'm in I'm in a New York state of